What's good, YouTube? MONEYMAY. I'm coming at you on another video. In today's video, we're gonna be going over everything you guys need to know regarding Playboi Carti's upcoming album, I Am Music. All right, let's get into it. So, as many of you guys do know, Playboi Carti just announced that new music is dropping this Friday, and it looks like the rollout is back. And we are so back for good, right? I feel like this is going to be the one, and I feel like the official album is going to be available post this rollout, and I think this is the one. All right, I feel like the community is getting hyped. Everybody can kind of feel it, like this is going to be the rollout that leads to Carti's upcoming album. And it looks like we're headed towards that direction with, like I said, Playboi Carti announcing that there is going to be new music dropping this Friday. They said it right here on Rise of Carti. They said, morning, let's drop something Friday, new Carti Friday, new Carti Friday. That's looking like the case. Now, we can't go to Opium spam account. I know a lot of people are like, yo, we're cooked. The Opium spam account got taken down, but it got taken down because they thought he was like selling drugs or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that whole Instagram is going to come back within maybe the next 24-48 hours. Don't trip. But as you guys can see right here on Carti's story, it says we suspended your Opium account, 180 days left to appeal. His team's probably working on it. Should be up, no big problem, right? So that's regarding a new single that is dropping this Friday, and I believe the majority of the community is thinking that this is going to be a lead single. This is going to be a big single that will be like available on Spotify, Apple Music. I don't think anybody's really thinking or gearing towards an Instagram/YouTube release. I don't really think that's the case because Carti's, making this single a big deal. If he's posting about it, if it would have just been another single, it would have been announced day of, right? But if he's creating hype, if he's saying Friday, he announced it 5 days prior. I think this is going to be a big single, a lead single, and I think this could kick off the official I Am Music rollout, right? And speaking on the album, Carti was actually backstage at Camp Flogna, and he was actually chopping it up with fans, which is just crazy to say. Like, this dude was just talking to the fans, but he was talking to the fans about when we want the album alongside what are the features, and this is what he had to say.
Y'all want me to drop the album this year or January?
So he said, y'all want me to drop the album this year or January? And this was taking place at Camp Flogna, so last Sunday. So he said this year, either this month in November or December or January. Either way, the album should be dropping within the next 3 months. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure this is confirmed 2024. Like, I've said this in previous videos, and we got one Billboard magazine, pretty much one of the biggest, most credible sources within music as a whole, who actually got a Carti interview. You know how rare that is. So if Carti gave them an interview, and what they said in the article is most likely true. They said, now in the midst of making his third studio album, I Am Music, planned for release by year's end. Carti is still a workaholic, XYZ. So they said the album should be dropping within 2024. I believe this article dropped in September alongside Swamp Izzo himself saying not 2025, 2024.
Not 2025, 2024.
Not 2025, 2024. So the album is going to be dropping within the next 2 months or latest January. I'm really not thinking January, but we're pretty close, right? So that's what he said regarding y'all want the album January this month. And then there's another question.
Hey, whenever you want, bro.
Whenever you want, it's crazy though.
Carti, who featured?
Carti, who features? That's what he said. Carti, what are the features we could expect? He said, I'm trying to do it by myself. I couldn't really make out what he said after that, to be quite honest. But that's the video right there. They asked him, when's the album dropping? He said this year or January. Pretty sure it's going to be this year no matter what, alongside him hinting at what features could possibly make the album. And it looks like from his perspective, it is going to be a solo body of work, which I wanted. We all wanted a solo body of work. I wouldn't say we all, but I highly wanted a solo body of work. Me personally, I did not want a single feature on this album because y'all got to think, this is going to be the biggest flex and power move if he does a solo album, right? This is easily, I'd say, the biggest album going to drop within 2024. Easily within rap, you could probably say maybe top 3, top 5 within music as a whole in 2024, right? So he has like the world waiting for this album, right? We've seen what his last album did. Whole Lot of Red, the influence and how big that album became. He got basically his grail features on that tape. We got Future, Kid Cudi, Ye. Dilate had the majority of all the lit dudes. I feel like the only right move is to do a solo body of work, to be quite honest, because the whole world's waiting on you. You got the biggest hype for rap album in 2024, and if he delivers, gets crazy numbers, drops a classic, and did it all solo, 1 through, say there's 24 tracks, that would be the biggest flex. And if you don't think Carti's the biggest rapper right now, that would cement that or put him in the top 3 conversation as of 2024, which I think he's in already. I think it's him. I do think Travis is bigger than him, but I think him and Travis are really the only ones competing for that number 1 position. I still think Travis took away and ran off with it, but Carti's headed in that direction, right? So a solo album would be the biggest flex. He drops a bit, like that solo album would be crazy, right? That's basically everything we know regarding the newest update on Playboi Carti's album. A lot of information really came out the past past this weekend. A lot of information came out. We do know that Carti's dropping a lead single, or I wouldn't say lead single, he is dropping a single this Friday, highly favored to be the lead single, which should be an official DSP's dropped. We know the album is dropping in 2024. Carti said 2024 or January. Either way, next 90 days we got a Carti album, but it's looking more towards a 2024 release, as Billboard magazine, one of the most legit media sources out, they literally got a Carti interview. Y'all know how rare it is to get a Carti interview. They said this album is planned for release by year's end, alongside Swamp Izzo, who's in Carti's camp, said not 2025, 2024. We officially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks left within the year. It's looking like we are back. It's heating up. It's getting scary, and we're officially within the end times, people. Believe it. Believe it. 2024 music. I'm telling y'all, a classic is bound. But if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's MONEYMAY or Zit, and I'm out. Thank you guys.